Hi boys and girls, welcome back to another video with Ms. Rojas. Today we are going to be taking a look at dot plots. This is dot plots part 2. So let's go ahead and find out what we're learning about today. Okay, looks like we have a frequency table. We have a total of 9 flowers that we're working with. And it seems like we're looking at the amount of petals that each flower has. For example, flower number 1 has 6 petals. Flower number 5 has 4 petals. So it looks like we're going to be taking this data and we are going to be creating a dot plot. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we've got the number of petals on flowers. We have our number of petals at the bottom, and it looks like we're only working with flowers that have petals of 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is identify all the flowers that have 4 petals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that by labeling them and circling them. Whoa, looks like there's only one flower that has 4 petals. So let's go ahead and log that on our dot plot. Okay, there's 1 dot because there's only one flower with 4 petals. And we're going to label it. Remember, you always have to label. Even if it looks easy and you think that you can just guess it or you think that you know it, do yourself a favor and just label it, okay? Now we are looking for the flowers that have 5 petals, and it looks like there's only 3 flowers that have 5 petals. Flower number 2, number 6, and number 8. So let's go ahead and put that on our dot plot. We have a total of 3 dots, and we're going to label it, okay? Now we are going to be looking for flowers that have a total of 6 petals. So I went through and I circled all my flowers that had 6 petals. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go ahead and take that number and we are going to transfer it to our dot plot. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots for 6 petals, and we're going to label it. All right, next. I want to remind you, don't forget, labeling your data before you move to the questions is the easiest way to interpret data, okay? Myself and your teacher can tell you how many small mistakes occur when kids do not label their data, okay? It looks really easy. I know it looks like you can just look at those 3 circles and say, oh, that's 3, but sometimes we make mistakes. So make sure that you label your data in order to best interpret it, okay? All right, that was just a quick little note from me. Let's move on. We've got our questions. How many flowers were examined? So it wants to know how many flowers total were examined. And that's pretty easy for me to do. All I need to do is add up all my dots because they represent my flowers. Okay, so 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. So you should have gotten a total of 9 flowers. All right, question number 2. What number of petals were most popular? So we need to find the number of petals that has the most dots on it because that means that many flowers had that many petals. And just by looking at it, you're able to see that 6 petals was the most popular. So easy, it's already labeled for us, so we already know what our answer is. 6 petals. All right, number 3. Which petal number is least popular? That is super easy to do as well, just by looking at our dot plot. We see that there is only 1 flower with 4 petals. So which petal number is least popular? 4 petals. Number 4, our last question. Which 2 petal numbers have the highest amount? Okay, just by looking at that, you can see that you have more flowers with 6 petals and more flowers with 5 petals than the flowers with only 4 petals. So your answer should be 5 petals and 6 petals. All right, boys and girls, great job. Until next time.